Hey guys, it's EzraTime here, and today we are going to be reviewing the Super Mario Bros. Movie, which just recently released today, obviously. And yeah, I'll be honest with you guys. I was a bit familiar with the Super Mario World, obviously, but like most people, because the Super Mario games was just so iconic, and I remember playing the old Mario games. I don't exactly know what it was called, but I think it was from the 80s or the 90s. And I have some fond memory playing those games, like just like playing as Mario, seeing the music theme in the background, right? Jumping on mushroom basically and avoiding plants, right? And yeah, when I first heard about the announcement of a movie, I was like not really that interested, to be honest, because usually some movies doesn't do that well, but then I heard it was animation, so I thought that, oh, okay, animation, that's a great thing, because usually when you have Hollywood studio adapt a movie, usually they're just like making it into like a live action movie, like the Sonic franchise, for example. Even though there's like a good example how to done video games with the live action right, because the Sonic movie was amazing. Cannot wait for Sonic 3. But anyway, for the Super Mario Bros, I think they did the right direction for going with the animation, and of course, there is some concern with the voice acting, which we're gonna get to that later. What I think about it. But first of all, I want to start with the positive part first. Obviously, this movie is so much fun. The animation is great, it's gorgeous. And I did not expect the animation to be that good, to be honest, because it was coming from Illumination. And I know that people probably think that, oh, come on, man, like Illumination makes some good movies, right? Like Despicable Me, Minions, or like whatever that movie, other movies was. But Illumination for me is not really like like I'm not a big fan of Illumination, to be honest. Like I'm a big fan of Disney, used to be, and DreamWorks. But Illumination, I was like, yeah, knowing them from Despicable Me, because literally their logo feature a minion, and I know that they make some other movies as well, but I'm really like again the biggest fan of them, so I was a bit concerned about them doing this Mario movie. I was like, oh, okay, what's gonna be the animation, man? And my God, the animation is gorgeous. Like watching that on a big screen on theaters is just amazing. Like all the details and stuff like that, like yeah, it's really like bringing the Mario's game, basically the world from the game, to life, like the Mushroom Kingdom, the Dark Lands and stuff like that, Bowser area, right? It's just like mesmerizing to see that on a big screen. Like god damn, it's so gorgeous, it's great, man, it's so polished, and of course, the voice acting, that people have some concern about Chris Pratt as Mario. I'll be honest, I think Chris Pratt does a great job, as Mario. Because I don't exactly hear Chris Pratt, oh, like, oh, when I heard Mario talking, on the trailer specifically, I was like, yeah, that's just Chris Pratt. This is Chris Pratt voice, But when I was it in the movie, I was like, oh, like that's Mario right there. There's Mario voice, Sure, it's not exactly as the iconic, Charles Martinet voice, but I think Chris Pratt does a great job, or at least a good job as Mario. Like he was able to distinct his own voice to Mario. Like sure, it doesn't maybe have an Italian accent and stuff like that, but they do kind of like make fun of that in the movie, to be honest, and it was pretty hilarious, in my opinion. And of course, Charlie Day as Luigi is amazing. Jack Black as Bowser still the show. Even though there is some problem I have with Bowser in the movie, which I'm gonna talk about that later, but I still think it's a fun character to have, and all that thanks to Jack Black. Anya Taylor-Joy as Peach, I think is good. It's a good enough voice for Peach. And yeah, and there is oh, of course, Donkey Kong, played by Seth Rogen. I don't know. I think it's just Seth Rogen in my opinion. That's probably the weakest voice in the movie. It's just Seth Rogen, man, playing Donkey Kong. It's not exactly distinguish the character, like other voice actor did. And I cannot believe that like Chris Pratt is actually did a good job in my opinion. It's not listening to Chris Pratt as Mario, but it's just listening to like, oh, this is the Mario voice for the movie. It's I guess it's believable. That's what I'm trying to say. So there's no concern there. So there's that. And yeah, as for the story, again, it's pretty simple storyline. Like Mario get trapped into the Mushroom Kingdom, and eventually he has to find a way to rescue his brother Luigi, right? Because they got separated while they transferred to that place, and yeah, that's where he met Princess Peach, and then together, and with Toad, obviously, with Keegan Michael Key is also amazing as Toad, by the way, forget to mention him. And yeah, that's the story. It's pretty simple. Like Mario just venturing on adventures to rescue Luigi, the brother. uh and yeah, I think again, it's just a really simple movie. It's not exactly complicated, but I'm pretty sure that in the sequels, they're probably gonna make a complicated story maybe. But for the first one, it's very simple, and that might leave some people disappointed because they wanted more, right? And I certainly wanted more when I first finishing watching this movie. I was like, okay, that's good, but I wanted more. Which I'm gonna get to the criticism for the movie. I don't think this movie maybe is a bit too short. It's 92 minutes long, and because of that, the pacing of the movie really got its effect, because every single time this scene of the movie is like speed run through the conversation through the new character. Like it doesn't let a time for you to just breathe and then like just sit down and then enjoy some moment with the character. Especially when Mario meets Toad and Princess Peach, like it was just like, okay, meet them, training, and then just go. Like it was too quick. That's why I think that the movie should be a bit more longer so we can get to know the character even better. I mean, the fan service stuff is there. I think that's the best part about the movie. Like obviously every single level from the game I think was here in the movie. Maybe not every single one, but you get it. If you're a big fan of Mario games, I think you're gonna get every single reference in this one, including the musical score by Brian Tyler is amazing. It really incorporates the Koji Kondo's like score from the game. So there's that again. But again, you have all of that, but you don't exactly have like a character. I guess like moment. I guess just like not exactly on action, but it's just like on the calm moment. Basically just like sit down and like get to know each other and stuff like that. Like you don't exactly get that, and it's just like, yeah, it sucks, man, because I really want them to just like slow down the movie, let Mario just like enjoy the Mushroom Kingdom first, just discover where he is, and then he's gonna talk to Princess Peach, and then eventually get to know each other before they go to the mission. Like I was expecting that, and we don't exactly get that in the movie because again, it's only 92 minutes long, and the pacing is really really fast because this movie is just keep on moving. It doesn't like stop and then like let it breathe, with the scene and stuff like that. And it sucks, because I wanted them to just like have a room to breathe, get to know the characters more, develop Mario relationship with Princess Peach, and stuff like that. Like I want that so much, but we didn't get that sadly. And of course, the other part that I didn't like is that Mario and Luigi is amazing, as obviously because again I think Chris Pratt and Charlie Day does a great job voicing them, so you get this brotherhood like feel to it. But they are in the beginning of the movie, but they split up sadly for pretty much the rest of the movie until the end. Even though when you get to the end, it's an epic moment between the two of them and it's amazing. But it's just like, yeah, man, I think Mario and Luigi does a great chemistry, in this movie, and that's a great thing. But they really separated them too much in this movie, because I mean that's the main plot, right? Mario is trying to rescue Luigi, but I don't know, man. I feel like there should be, I don't know, a bit more between the two of them, and obviously I know that again this is probably some moment that people will disagree with me, but again I think the way they handle Princess Peach is actually good, in the movie. But there is just a little bit in the beginning, where he actually reminded me of a bad female written by Hollywood writers, like especially current movies, where it's basically just like a girl insult the protagonist, and that's the Princess Peach in this movie. In the beginning, she kind of did that a little bit, but it was like again jokingly, it was supposed to be a joke. But I don't exactly find that funny. I was like rolling my eyes, like, oh, like this was supposed to be funny. It was supposed to be a joke, and it does work for some kids on my theaters, but not everybody's laughing. Not everybody's laughing at her joke, in the beginning, and it's just like, yeah, come on, man, don't do this, don't disrespect Mario. Again, just a tiny bit, just a tiny bit. It's not exactly a big thing. I think at the end of the day, she's still a great character. I love her so much. I wish to see her more in the future. Obviously, get to know her past. Because they do kind of tease Princess Peach's past. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. I want to see that more. But yeah, I think if they maybe go with the classic route of the story, maybe we can get to see more Mario and Luigi, right? Because like they both arrive in the kingdom, they met Princess Peach, get to know the area, get to know the situation, and then maybe Bowser kidnap her, right? The classic way of Mario game, but obviously that didn't happen. Luigi is the one who get lost, and it also makes sense, because like Luigi is Mario's brother, so obviously Mario has this attachment to the brother, obviously, his family, right? So he wants to go out there and save, Luigi, and that makes sense. But the down part of that we don't exactly get to see Mario and Luigi a lot in this movie, and that sucks. When they are together, it's amazing. But then again, it's the plot, it's the story, so you gotta accept that. And also, I think Princess Peach is too perfect in this movie that I kind of wish that there is a bit of story arc for Princess Peach, but I don't know, maybe they will be in the future because again they do introduce some backstory for her, or a potential past for her. So I think she might have a story arc in the future, hopefully, because this is pretty much a Mario movie and that's what we all came for. And Princess Peach is a a great supporting character, but I guess I'm just like expecting a bit more in terms of the story for her, because in this one she just kind of like tag along with Mario. So yeah, I mean they do have a I would say good chemistry between Princess Peach and Mario, but they're not as good as you know I don't know, they're not as good in my opinion. Like for example, you can compare them to the Bad Guys movie with Mr. Wolf and Diane, Diane Fox, right? That their chemistry is great in that movie, and I love that movie so much, and in this one, the chemistry between Princess Peach and Mario is there. They understand each other. But I was expecting more. I was expecting a much more chemistry between the two of them. Which we might get in the future. Hopefully, who knows? But yeah, either way, guys. If I have to give this movie a final rating, then I will give this a 7.5. And forgot one more thing. Bowser, obviously played by Jack Black, is amazing. But I feel like his goal is like, yeah, it's the same goal as you expect from the game, and I guess it was faithful, but I guess I was expecting more, like expecting a bit more from Bowser, in terms of the goal, it was just like, yeah, I mean, it's a cheesy villain, and I think Bowser works because, thanks to Jack Black performance, he was amazing, and Bowser does sing in this movie, just a tiny bit, and I would say this, the music that you guys hear is gonna be so catchy, at least in my opinion, because when I've heard that music twice in the theaters, I was like, wow, this song is actually really really catchy, and there's even some people on my theaters is actually singing, Bowser's song from the movie. You will see what the song is about in the movie. I do think it's pretty funny, and all that thanks to Jack Black performance as Bowser, yeah, it's really catchy. So I hope we get to see sorry, hear that music again, maybe in the second one, hopefully. But yeah, that's my review, guys. Pretty much, again, 7.5 for me. I think the pacing is like, again, it's a bit too fast. The character is also like, again, I'm expecting more. They're good, for the first movie. So yeah, I think it's just like they just need room to breathe, man. Like there just need to be a scene where they just like slow down, like really slow down, get to know each other, get to know the Mushroom Kingdom, and all that kind of stuff. I really really wanted that, because this movie is like too fast paced here. That's why I was like, okay, when I was watching it, I was like, I'm enjoying this, but there is some rough moment, because everything is moving so fast. It's like plot A, plot B. Oh, we get to plot B, like let's get to plot C and stuff like that. But yeah, I guess I still enjoy it. I'm really hoping we get to see a sequel to Super Mario Bros. 2. Because I want to see the character again. This version of the character, you could say that. For the future, to see what's gonna happen in the sequel, I think it's gonna be way more insane, maybe, because they're gonna open up the world this time, and I think it's gonna be amazing. But yeah, guys, that's my review. And again, let me know in the comment section below, guys, what do you guys think about the Super Mario Bros. Movie? Do you guys love it? Do you guys maybe hate it or something like that? Share your opinions in the comment section below. I love to hear that. And if you guys enjoyed this review, then leave a like, comment, subscribe, share the videos, usual stuff, And again, if you guys want to support my channel even further, then you guys can click the join button below, so you guys can become a member for the channel. Again, if you want to, of course. And yeah, stay tuned for future videos, guys. And again, I really hope you guys enjoy this review, and I will see you guys in the next one then. Bye.